Hey everybody, I'm gonna try to make a quick video and see how this goes. I want to thank everybody for all their comments about the last video I made, and I was glad that it was helpful to people, and it was helpful to me, so I was glad. And thank you for those who watched it and left the comments from Ning and YouTube was really awesome. I'm the kind of person who it's a new thing for me to have calendars. I mean, I have calendars, but rarely do I put things on them in advance. I have empty calendars, and I just don't know if that's good or bad. And the last month of April, my calendar has been full, and that could be a good thing. I had a lot of things going on, and I like to have a full calendar. It's just that there's a part of me that doesn't put a lot of importance on what's coming up and planning ahead, and I'm trying to work on that. I've got to find a compromise between not planning at all and planning for the things that I need to happen. So April, I was really gung-ho about some work issues. I really, TCB all the way, and a lot of it turned out great. I convinced people of things that needed to be done. We addressed some issues and made headway on that. I've also let's see. I know I'm rambling. This is really hard to just keep rolling. I've got notes here, and it's hard for me to even talk about them. But this video might not get posted. It's getting to the point where it's harder and harder for me to make videos. I don't know why, but it is. My bird is screeching in the background. There's a couple of things I wanted to say. The first one is there's an audio book I have called Work as a Spiritual Path, and many of you have probably heard of the concept where mindfulness in each activity, each task that one does, whether it be, setting up a schedule or washing clothes or designing jewelry or necklace or what have you, designing a project, envisioning something that you need to do. You can just call that, the people that are really aligned with their occupations can see them as a spiritual path in lots of different ways. I probably would fail to enumerate all the different ways that your career or your chosen place of work is a spiritual practice for you. But I just wanted to bring that up. I'm going to be focusing on that in the next 20 days. I'm 20 days before the end of my 100-day effort on achieving the goals and the progress that I want in certain areas of my life. And just losing focus here. One thing that has come to me this month was I had a really big event, and one of the things that I had to do to get ready for this event was really an overwhelming task. It's something that I'd put off as long as I could possibly put off. It was becoming to the point where that one thing was interfering with so many areas of my life. And I'm sure there's similar examples of that for everyone. There's this one event that you've been putting off as many times as you can because it's easy, you can go around it, you can substitute something for it, and you can ignore it up until it becomes impossible for you to ignore anymore. And I had one of those events last week. And I will just tell you that the only way that I got through it was basically stepping back from my own power. I acknowledged that I was too weak to handle this event. I stepped back from it mentally, emotionally, and physically. And at that point, something greater than myself took over. And I'm grateful for the ability to do things that I, in my own limited power, cannot do. It was definitely a realization for me that there have been other times of my life where of my own strength I was unable to do certain things, and because I would surrender, and not by planning to surrender, although I'm thinking about doing that more, by giving up my self-reliance, by giving up my will to do it on my own, of my own power, I share the power. And maybe that is what the expression co-create our reality is really about, because the expression co-create is used in new thought teaching in some non-denominational churches where all of the spiritual paths are all recognized and also all accepted, because they're looking to God to work with them as a co-worker, as a colleague. Someone that works with is a co-worker, or a co-creator is someone who actually is working with something else. You know, you're co-creating it. You're allowing something to happen, but not through your own power. And it was helpful to me to see myself in one of the most difficult tasks that I've ever had to do, to allow a greater power, greater than myself, to pretty much guide me and direct me through this obstacle. And it turned out to be the most amazing, impressive product, the most amazing action that came from it was when I actually stepped back and realized that it was going to be almost an overwhelming task for myself. So I've said it already. I'll just stop with that on this video, and I guess I'll just say this is day 80 for me, and I'm still going strong. I'm still moving forward, and I enjoy hearing from all of you, and thank you so much for your comments. Talk to you soon.